Hey guys, I know I look a mess. Sorry, I just woke up. I just got out the shower. I'm gonna do my hair soon. But this is gonna be a follow up of my review for Money in the Bank, and I'm going to talk specifically more about Ronda, Alexa, and Nia. Um, Now, with those three, there's a couple things that they could do because I definitely feel like it's gonna end up being Alexa versus Ronda at Summerslam so that Ronda can win the title, and then she'll probably go on to face Charlotte at WrestleMania 35, especially since she already has guaranteed match there. And so that makes perfect sense. Um so I'm trying to figure out, like, let's think of some ideas of how they can do it. Because Ronda has been posting on Instagram and all that stuff about how, like, the match was great and I had her, but, and then blank, 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 blank. So it's like, literally, both women have a legitimate shot at Alexa. You know, Ronda because she never lost, and Alexa basically cheated her out of it and attacked her. So Ronda should have beef with Alexa, and then Nia because she was the champion and she deserves a rematch. So they could easily do, like a triple threat at Extreme Rules, or here's what I think they could do to prolong it a little bit to SummerSlam and to where it's not boring is they could do Alexa versus Nia rematch, and then Nia, and then while that's going on, Ronda is just kicking ass. She's beating people, all that stuff, and then Nia and Ronda had like a number one contenders match for SummerSlam, and Ronda wins that. So it's like they could do like a few different things to make it Ronda versus Alexa SummerSlam because I honestly feel like that's what they're gonna do. And if the plan is Sasha versus Ronda at WrestleMania 35, then they need to get the ball rolling on Ronda and they need to get the title on her soon. Like, I know people hate that, but I feel like Ronda has a lot to offer. And in my opinion, she showed that she could offer a lot more than Alexa as champion right now. I think I said that in my review. But I definitely feel like she does. I feel like she's picking it up a lot quicker than people would have thought. And I feel like, the thing that she needs to work on is her mic skills. But again, like, that's not going to come to you just like that. Like, John Cena, The Rock, two of the best mic workers in the WWE. They didn't just click automatically, like, they went through a few Nick's ideas and they found their niche. Just like Alexa found her niche, Trish found hers, Nikki found hers, Lana, Carmella, they found theirs. Becky, you know, Ronda will find hers. She just has to go through a couple things, but I feel like even with that, her mic work isn't bad. I don't feel like it's necessarily bad either, though. So it's just like she needs a niche. She needs something that like only Ronda can do on the mic. So, but other than that, I feel like she could be a great champion right now already. Like, just from watching her two matches, I feel like she could be a great champion. I feel like she has a lot to offer, and I want to see storylines with her. Like, I want to see her versus Natalia. I want to see her versus Sonya. Her versus, not Sonya, good lord. Her versus Ruby Riott. Her versus Mickey James. Sasha Banks. Like, Ember Moon. Like, I want to see that. And I feel like we've seen everything we possibly could from this Alexa Bliss as champion. What I mean by this Alexa Bliss is Alexa is stagnant right now. She's very one dimensional. And you can't have a one dimensional character as champion all the time. A lot of people complain about Asuka. I was a person that complained about Asuka, but I complained because I felt like I didn't want her to be a person that just squashed people. But when I rewatch her run, I realized that Asuka's reign wasn't about squashing people. It was about winning. And she had competitive ass matches, but she ended up winning in the end. I want Ronda to be booked very similar, where she, you know, is very dominant, but she's not invincible, and like she could get beat down, she could be vulnerable, stuff like that. Like they did at Money in the Bank. They did a really good job of showing that, yes, Ronda is a beast and all that, but she's still very new to the WWE in-ring stuff. So it's like, as long as they do that with Ronda, I feel like she'll be really great as a champion. Like, I feel like they'll know how to book her. They'll know, like, and not trying to be funny, WWE knows its plans. I know that people think that they're dumb and that they don't know what the hell they're doing. They've been on the top in the wrestling business for a long fucking time. I think they know what they're doing. Sometimes they're dumb as shit, But I feel like when it comes to Ronda, they have a long-term plan, probably to WrestleMania. And I feel like if the plan was for it to be Alexa winning Money in the Bank, then her cashing in, her beating down Ronda, some type of triple threat or one-on-one between her and Alexa, and then, Ronda and Nia, like, go back and forth for a contender, and then Alexa versus Ronda at Summerslam where Ronda wins. I'm okay with that. I'll be okay with the result of Alexa winning, because if something like that doesn't happen, Alexa winning makes absolutely no fucking sense. And they're just handing her another title ring. And I love her. I do. I'm one of the biggest Alexa Bliss fans. But god damn, girl. Like, Jesus fuck, And, like, I want Alexa to be successful. I want her to have a Hall of Fame career. I want that for her. But not in 2 straight years on the main roster. Like, like Becky was on the main roster for I think 3 years before she got her first title. Like Nikki was on the main roster for I think it was 8.5 years at the time before they gave her that long run. Like, even AJ, who I don't particularly like, was on the main roster for, 5 years before she got her run as champion. The long run I'm talking about. So it's like, you could push someone, get that person, make that person be a star. Yes, I'm all for that. But don't over push them, because then people begin to resent that person. They begin to hate that person, and then that hate for that character becomes that hate for that actual person. And I don't want that for Alexa, because I hate when that shit happens to people like Roman Reigns or the Four Horsewomen or Nikki Bella or John Cena or any of the people that the internet might hate or might love, but they don't like the way that they're booked, I should say. Like, they respect their talents and all that, but they don't like the way that they're booked. And that's how I feel about Alexa. I love her as a person. I like her as a character. I like her on the mic. She's okay in the ring. But her booking is what makes people dislike her more than anything else. She's booked better than any other female I've ever seen in my life. Like, holy fucking shit, woman. And there's nothing wrong with that. But normally when you're booked like that, you normally take a long break from the title in between. Like John Cena, before he had his first title run, he went through, a few next things. He had a few side feuds. Nikki had a couple of feuds before she became Divas champion. Like AJ went through a few things before becoming champion. Alexa was put in the title picture like that. So it's like, and she hasn't left, like, legit. She's been out of the title picture for 1 month and a week during her entire 2-year run. That is insane. And I'm not saying that, she shouldn't have a great career and they shouldn't give her accolades. I'm saying they shouldn't have done all of this so quickly, if that makes sense. And I just need a break. I need a break from Alexa as champion. I need a break from her in the title picture. And I feel like WWE has a reason for everything that they do. And I have a feeling that they did all this shit to get heat on Alexa make people sympathetic towards Ronda, or they make Ronda a person that's pissed off that her opportunity was stolen from her. You know, because Ronda can be either or. She could be a person that's happy to be here and blah, blah, blah. But she can also be a person that's like, I had this match won, I was doing great, and you literally snuck up behind me with the fucking briefcase and ruined it. You know, like that could easily be her storyline to to SummerSlam and Alexa. You know, Nia, she has a legit beef. You know, like she beat Alexa for the championship. She thought she was done with Alexa. She thought she was finally gonna teach Ronda a lesson and all that. And Alexa went and ruined it. So it's like both women have legit arguments against Alexa, and both women can legit be contenders. But I feel like WWE is gonna find some way to make it Alexa versus Ronda at SummerSlam, with Ronda becoming champion, because I definitely see them doing Ronda versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. I definitely see that happening, like for sure. So I feel like WWE has a reason for everything that they do, and in my opinion, that is their reasoning for this. And if that's the case, I'm happy with the results. I'm okay with what they did. I hope they continue with storyline progression and they don't regress. But after this stuff, she needs a break from the title picture. Like after her rematch against Ronda, she needs a break from the title picture, and she needs to have a couple side feuds to really regress her in-ring work. Because I feel like if anything, she's regressed. Like in-ring wise, I miss the Alexa Bliss from NXT. Character and mic work has been great, awesome. Good job, girl, on that. But in ring work, she needs to progress a lot faster for her to be getting this type of push that she's getting. Like, seriously. But, and like I said, wrestling isn't end-all, be-all. But when you're getting this type of push, you kind of need to be putting on better performances than Alexa has. So, you know. But I am about to get this fucking gel and shit out of my hair. I am about to chill out before I go to work. So I will see you guys in the next one. And I hope this doesn't come off as I'm Alexa Bliss hating, because I'm not. I'm a huge fan of hers. I've been a fan of hers since NXT. But me being a fan also means that I could say that she needs a break. Like, for example, for me, people hated Nikki as champion. I loved her as champion because I felt like she deserved that one. I felt like she worked hard, she earned it, all that stuff. When it was rumored that she was going to be the first SmackDown Women's Champion, I was indifferent. I was like, okay, on one hand, she's a noticeable name. You know, the person that takes it off, that takes it off of her is automatically going to be a good deal. I mean, a big deal, because it's Nikki, and you know, people hate her and all that. So that person will automatically be cheered. And then on the other side, I'm like, they should give it to someone that, you know, hasn't had a run in a long time, or one at all. So I was okay with either Nikki or Becky. I figured it was going to be one of the two anyway. So either one of them I was okay with. But when she wasn't put in the title picture after the Fatal 5-Way Contenders match, I was fine with that. I was happy. I loved her feuds with Carmella and Natalya and Miz and Maurice. I loved those feuds. She didn't need to be in the title picture in her second run, you know? So I was happy with that. And I want that with Alexa. I want her to say, yes, I can be in the title picture, but I could also do things on the side and still have people interested. Because as much as I don't like I'm not a stand for the Four Horsewomen, I should say, right? But I respect their talents and I respect what they do. But even them, they've had storylines outside of the title picture that have been entertaining, that have been fun, that I got into. I need that with Alexa. I do. And I hope that that's the plan going forward, and that after she gets her rematch, she's done for the title picture for a while, because girl. Alright? So that's all I have for right now. I will see you guys later, probably. So see you later.